friends, it's me. Today we're watching a video from My Story Animated.
Hi, I'm Katie from New York.
Hello, Katie from New York.
My aunt said my parents had an accident when I was a baby, and since then, I've lived with her and my cousin Lucy. But you'd never guess another kid lived in this house. All the wall frames had pictures of just Aunt and Lucy. Lucy had the biggest room, bursting with toys and books. Lucy had so many clothes, she had another room as a closet.
What's the point of a child having that many things? A whole entire room for a closet? Next year, you're just gonna grow out of all those clothes, send them to the Goodwill, and buy an entire new closet of clothes? My child's gonna have 2 outfits on rotation.
And me, I lived in the attic with her hand-me-downs.
Katie, are you adopted or something? Clearly, we know who's the favorite.
All I ever really wanted was for Aunt to love me like she loved Lucy, so I did whatever Aunt asked me. I served her breakfast in bed, polished her shoes, painted her nails.
That is not a child. That is a servant. Let me guess, the cake was dry. The shoe polish ate away at the leather and ruined her shoes.
Once when I was 10, a new neighbor came to visit Aunt, and she looked awestruck when she saw me. What a beautiful child! That gorgeous red hair and those adorable dimples. Adorable? They're just dents in her face. Stop smiling, Katie. You look like a moron.
What is her problem? Hello, CPS?
I went to the kitchen, spat in Aunt's tea, and gave her the cup with a very serious face.
As you should, because if somebody's gonna be treating you like that, go ahead, spit in their tea.
But soon after I turned 13, Aunt was going through the mail when suddenly she spat out her cereal. I saw the letter she was reading had my name on it, but Aunt had already jumped off her chair and she threw the letter in the fireplace.
What do you mean? Why'd you do that? I would have snatched her weave right then and there. Throw her in the fire. That could have been a check for Katie.
You didn't see anything. As she stormed off, I couldn't help thinking, who would write to me? A few days later, the doorbell rang and a postman was standing outside. Express delivery for Miss Katie? Suddenly, a flying figure pushed me aside and attacked the postman.
She's going to jail. It is a crime to attack a postman. I was just sitting on him.
I tried snatching the letter from her, but she was off with it like a bullet. I was dying to find out, but the letter stopped coming. But one evening, when the bell rang, Aunt ran to open the door, and standing outside were 2 bodyguards with a wealthy-looking man. Can you explain what happened to the letters and plane tickets I sent for my daughter? Wait, what? Just then, the man spotted me and his eyes welled up. Oh my God, you must be Katie. You look exactly like your mother.
Hey, so how did she end up here? With the aunt that didn't want to take care of her. Oh, of course, she comes from a rich family. Rich dad is here to collect his child. You know, in real life, it usually goes the opposite. Daddy went to go get the milk, will not get back until the child is suddenly famous or rich.
Dad? You're my dad? Why didn't you come for me before? He tearfully explained that he and Mom had gotten divorced before I was born, and she told him never to get in touch. He found out just recently that Mom had an accident so long ago, and he tracked me down. You made me think he wasn't even alive. And why were you keeping the letters from me? Because you don't deserve to go live like a princess.
That child has done nothing to you but bring you cake and polish your shoes, you ungrateful old lady. If I can't be rich, you can't be rich.
You should be my maid after everything I've done for you.
Bro, she tried to be your maid, and you were still ungrateful. Stupid.
You've used me all these years. Used you? I did everything you ever asked, just so you'd love me. Did you ever love me at all? No. How could I? Dad told me to pack my things immediately, but before going, I made sure to rub Aunt's toothbrush inside the toilet.
As you should. Goodbye, poor people. Off to my new life with my rich dad. Enjoy your piss-stained toothbrush. Mwah.
We flew over to New York, and I was shocked at the size of Dad's mansion.
Dang, he got a mansion like that in New York? That's at least $20 million. He rich.
As Dad was showing me around the house, I suddenly saw a tall woman staring at me coldly from a distance. Dad was married, so that must be my stepmom?
Uh-oh.
Mary, there you are. Come meet Katie. But Mary just turned away and slammed the door behind her. Later that night, I walked past their bedroom to hear Dad and Mary talking in loud voices. It's her first day here, Mary. Think how unwelcome she must have felt. What about me? You just expect you'll bring a child home and I'll start loving her like she's my own?
I mean, she does have a point. It's not even her child. But also, you're dating a millionaire. Can't you just be like, here, shut up, Lucy, and love my child. Like she's your own. It do be like that sometimes.
Great. Another mom figure who already hated me. When I went down for breakfast the next morning, Dad greeted me with a smile, and so did Mary. Sorry, Katie. I wasn't feeling too well yesterday. I hope you slept well.
You already know he slid her some money under the table. Be nice to her. Stepmommy, do it for the check.
When I asked Dad for the orange juice, Mary quickly got up to pour it for me, and she dropped the whole jug in my lap. Oh my God, what are you doing? I'm so sorry. It just slipped from my hands.
I'm nervous. Must be the meds. Oops.
Her whole innocent act was fake, and she proved me right soon enough. A few days later, I was walking over to the sofa in the living room when suddenly I tripped over something. I went flying straight into this weird statue, and I stared at the wreck in horror.
Y'all live in a mansion. Why are you gonna walk directly in front of her? Growing up with brothers, I learned this the hard way. Never walk directly in front of somebody sitting. All they gotta do, put out an ankle, and you got a face full of carpet.
Oh my god! How could you be so clumsy? Do you know what that's worth? Just then, Dad burst into the room, and behind him were some guests.
What are you doing, Stepmom?
Oh, honey, Katie broke the statue by accident, but thankfully she's not hurt. You were just shouting at me, but the minute Dad came in, you became an angel? I was just shocked. I didn't mean to shout. Stop acting, Mary! You just want me to look bad in front of Dad.
Dang, Mary, you should go try out for a movie. I didn't know Stepmom was an actress.
I think you tripped me up with your leg. What? You little brat, how dare you? You must have tripped on the carpet. That's enough. In case you both forget, we have guests. Kitty, please go to your room. I walked off angrily and slammed my door shut. Dad got me enrolled in school soon, and I felt nervous walking into the huge building. A few kids were looking at me, and I smiled, and suddenly a bunch of boys were surrounding me. Oh my god, can you do that again? Do what? Smile. Please smile again.
Said no one ever. First day of school, and she got a whole army of simps. Please smile for us again. Bless us with the curve of your mouth.
What was wrong with my smile? Those dimples are so freaking cute. Wow, these dents in my face? Boys like these? Just then, a girl pushed through the crowd. Get away from her, you morons! You're scaring her! Hi, I'm Veronica, and I don't have a redhead in my group. You look nice and rich, so we're friends now, okay?
Is this pretty privilege? Like, people walk up to you and suddenly you're friends? No personality development necessary. You look pretty and rich. You're my friend. We're getting soft tacos.
I was part of her popular girls gang now. I love my new school, but it started bothering me really soon that Veronica could be rather mean to other kids. I tried to tell her a few times, but she always said she was only joking.
It's just a prank, bro.
I saw her and her friends making fun of a kid on crutches.
Hey, that is a one-way ticket to get canceled.
Why are you bothering him? Oh, come on. We're just joking around, but it's not funny. You're just being a jerk bully. No one talked to me like that, tomato girl.
Whoa, tomato girl. Oh, how the tables have turned. The queen stands up for her simps.
I pushed her back and she went crashing straight into the chemistry teacher walking by. He dropped all the bottles he was holding, and the vile smell of chemicals had everyone gagging and running out of there.
Ain't nobody gonna talk about the chemistry teacher just passed out on the floor? My dude just got folded, like.
And Veronica and I got suspended for a week.
Oh.
Dad would be so disappointed. When I went down that evening to tell him, he wasn't in his study, but I found freaking Veronica poking her nose through his things. She just picked up a pen and put it in her pocket.
Wait a second, I knew Veronica looked familiar. A little too familiar. Veronica!
What are you doing in my house? Your house? You live here? Since when? You're interrogating me, you thief? Leapt at her, trying to reach her pocket as she fought back and screamed.
Hey, we going for round 2. We're already suspended. Trying to go for a fatality.
Suddenly, we were pulled apart by Mary and another woman. This witch attacked me! She's the one who got me suspended too, Mom! Katie, Veronica is my guest. Her mom and I are friends. What's going on here?
I thought it was a stepmom's daughter, but it's not. It's a stepmom's friend's daughter. Yes.
Of course Mary was friends with awful people like herself. A few days later, Dad was away on a business trip and someone quietly opened my door at midnight. To my surprise, it was Mary with a hand behind her back.
Wow, you know, this is why you sleep with your door locked. Especially when you live with people you don't like.
What do you want? Your dad told me it's your birthday. And I just came to say, well, happy birthday. She stepped forward with the cake. Katie, I think we got off on the wrong foot, and I'd really like to start over. Yeah, I think I'd like that, Mary.
I know, you can't trust her. Y'all saw her acting ability from before. Don't eat the cake, or you're stupid.
We started hanging out more, and I found myself actually liking her. She had the best taste in clothes, and shopping with her was so much fun.
So you ate the cake and you're fine? She didn't poison it? She didn't stuff it with laxatives? Something's still suspicious.
There was a dance in school, and I'd been asked out by this new boy who had all the girls drooling. We were slow dancing to a song when suddenly someone pulled the back of my dress really hard, and I heard the fabric rip. Oh my God! I turned around in horror to see Veronica grinning and holding part of my dress, but everyone was staring at my back, at a long, ugly scar.
What a freak! Who's just gonna took a bite out of your dress. Also, how it ripped so easily? Why are you wearing a tissue paper dress?
I'd had it since I was 7, when I fell down the stair once.
That scar was not from falling down the stairs. That's what they all say.
Look at that disgusting thing on her back. It's like she's freaking Frankenstein. Suddenly, I leapt forward and slapped her hard.
Whoa! I was about to say, Frankenstein go hard.
Monster here, Veronica, is you! I ran out in angry tears and got into my car. I didn't care if anyone knew about my stupid scar, but the only person who could have told Veronica about it was Mary. She'd seen it when she was helping me try on a dress one day. I burst into the living room and started screaming. How could you be such a witch, Mary? You almost made me believe you cared about me. What are you talking about? What happened to your dress? Veronica ripped my dress because you told her about this scar. Even Dad doesn't know. I only told you.
Why would you trust her? Trust no host.
And you thought it could be something you'd tell Veronica to use against me? You're the most horrible person I know. You're even worse than my aunt. As I cried furiously in my room, Dad came in and hugged me. Sweetheart, there must be some mistake. Mary wouldn't do this. She would. She did.
Dad, what do you know? Also, no shame in a scar. Scars are pretty cool. Look like you've been in a battle and you've won.
Veronica thought I was gonna be embarrassed and hide. She was so wrong. I went back to school the next day, expecting weird looks and comments. The principal walked in during the first lesson and said, "The entire class came to me this morning to complain of an incident at the dance yesterday, and there is no way that I will tolerate this kind of behavior in my school. Veronica, you're expelled."
Ooh, you know, this wasn't even done privately in the principal's office, just in the middle of the class. Veronica, pack your stuff, get out of here.
Veronica stared at her in horror. The whole class erupted into cheers and applause.
Everyone's like, bye-bye.
And when I got home that afternoon, I heard screams from the living room. It was Veronica's mom. No one had been spying on Katie. Your stupid maid saw her scar one day and told us. And so what? My daughter played a harmless little prank and now she deserves to be expelled?
I don't think that was harmless.
Her entire future destroyed?
Aw, poor thing. She destroyed her own future.
Because of that stupid, disfigured, red-haired witch? Don't you dare talk like that about my daughter!
I hope you're recording these two Karens go at it. Her mom about to get expelled too.
You are not welcome here, ever! As the butlers let her out, and she went screaming.
Pull her out by her
Mary
ankles.
suddenly saw me, and I started to cry.
Drag her out of here.
I'm so sorry, Mary, for thinking it was you. I've had a hard time believing you could really care for me. I heard of you the first day. You said you couldn't love me like your own. And I guess I've been scared to love you, in case you didn't love me back. Oh, darling. I said that, yes, because I couldn't love you right away. It was also new for me, too.
Understandable.
I've never been anyone's mom, but I've tried so hard to get to know you and love you, and I really do now, Katie. I love you. You're my daughter as much as your dad's now.
I don't trust you.
I love you too, Mom.
For real? Happy ending? Seemed too good to be true, but alright. Stepmom love acquired. Definitely not because the dad's rich or anything. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the face. And make sure you turn on notifications. Click, click, and subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Ow! I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.